Alright, and welcome to the first set of matches for the Under Night In Birth 2 Kickstart League. I'm Holdback to Bark. With me, I have Jazz Hands.
We are back. Kickstart League is starting again. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it's been a
Who's
while.
playing?
It's been a while since the Street Fighter 6 one. So up first tonight, we have on Bloodbound Breeze, we have Jacob, Miracle Liner, going up against Fred Durst, Okizeme's captain.
And it will be funny every time we say it.
Vio Noel. All right.
We've got Fred Durst, Okizeme against Bloodborne, hold on.
It's
Bloodbound
Breeze.
And to be clear, we're deviating a little bit from the normal match order. Jacob will be playing all of their matches against all of their opponents. They have somewhere to be.
Yes.
We do this from time to time.
All right. Ooh, Jacob going in, round start, going in for the slide, using Nanase's force function to get an air hover, TK fireball, into the throw.
We'll see if Noel can, gets through, gets a few attacks in. There's the freeze.
Oh, into the infamous Rekka from Landrakia, the money maker.
Match focus, please.
Oh yeah, you should do that. Anyway, we've seen historically during the practice matches, we've seen Noel able to do a lot of damage, put their opponent in the corner, do these freeze setups over and over again. But Nanase is a much more mobile character. There's that ice storm. Good answer to the projectile.
Landrakia is much stronger in this version of the game. Punches the slide through, sets down a projectile, but gets eaten by the EX air projectile by Nanase. Nanase can only shoot these projectiles in the air.
Jacob gets in, breaks through their defenses. Got the
dashing
corner combo.
overhead.
Not quite enough for KO, but one more good solid hit's all you need.
Ooh.
But Noel bashes out.
First round goes to Noel. Catches the jump out with the round start. Rekka is going to establish the corner. Sets the freeze
Scary
buff.
place to be against Landrakia.
Yeah. But Jacob manages to find their way out. Goes for a side swap. Tries to take the corner. Dashing B to go low, but it gets blocked. Goes for some plus frames off this air projectile. Another side swap. Goes for an overhead this time.
And under Night in Birth, we have... It doesn't quite count as a +1 for me, but it does not like it if you alt-tab. Or not alt-tab. Full screen during the match. Lovely.
Yeah.
Under Night.
Under Night In Birth EXE Celeste. And Noel takes the first round, getting a point for Fred Durst, Okizeme.
Reminder about how this format will work is all the players will play each other, 9 matches total. Every game you take is worth a point for your team. Most points wins. We're playing best of 3. Yeah.
So are you?
Those points will... I'm back in. Back in. Yeah.
Okay.
Those points will factor in for seeding for the bracket phase of the league. So right now, just every point matters. Winning is worth like 3 points or something like that, but it's primarily how many points you can get.
Yeah. And importantly, how that makes things work is that instead of it just being essentially captains versus everybody, it puts more points on the middle and lower players in the league to do better.
Yeah, that's something I really like about this format, honestly, is like if you're playing conventional stocks battle format, one strong player could just carry your whole team. But now, you really can't do that. Like a dominant performance here by Noel, though.
Yes. Noel
Clean win.
Is now on set point. Sets the projectile mid-screen, goes for the lockdown.
Yeah, backing off at round start, we've seen Jacob able to get in, get out, but like at that range, stepping back, Landrakia is probably the stronger character.
Ooh, nice little jump C. The Fox Off special is going to be a nice little chunk of damage. Dashes out to punish the mash. Goes in for the DP.
This could be the perfect.
This should be it, yeah. This IW.
Yeah, that kills.
Ooh, it does so much damage.
There you go. That's the first set.
All right.
Noel takes it 2-0.
And then up next, we will be seeing
Shamison and Jacob.
Yes. Shamisen and Jacob. Which means I will have to swap players. Where is the switch player button? Here it is.
All right, Fred Durst, Okizeme off to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah.
We'll see if Bloodbound Breeze can make the comeback.
But it should be noted that Noelle is one of, if not the highest seeded member.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's very, very strong. All right, manages to find a little 2A, uses the fireball for plus frames, sets another one.
A little bit of damage, gets through with a stray hit.
Oh, dash C, it's overhead. The knowledge
Got
check.
Shamisen locked down in the corner. Shamisen gets out with that side swap and grab.
Focus.
Hey, match view.
Match focus.
Jacob fighting out of the corner. Throat lays down projectile to cover their escape. Pushes Shamisen back into the corner.
All right, nice little dash up 2A from Jacob. Into the
Just
6-2-3.
tremendous pressure here. Gets through
Yeah.
Shamisen's Vorpal state, and there's the stray hit. That's all you need.
So what we're seeing a lot of right now is these dash Bs and dash Cs, these little flips from Nanase. If Jacob presses B, it's a low. If he presses C, it's an overhead.
Only on dashing, like that's
Yeah.
a powerful option for a character that's so aggressive
Yes.
and able to get in, get out, use the force function to kind of defy gravity a little bit.
Yeah.
Not to say it's a rush down. The projectile isn't really intended to do damage. It's intended to set yourself up to get in.
It's for plus frames. So we just saw it again there. Shamisen blocked the overhead. And yeah, Nanase is in the previous version of the game was considered a bit of a gorilla. In this version of the game, still kind of a gorilla.
Different type.
Yeah. Icy fireball to start off the round.
Yeah, making great use of that fireball. Gets the grid break.
Yeah. Sees that Shamisen maybe wants to shield the fireball to get some grid.
Yeah, risky option when your opponent's rushing you
Yeah.
down with the ability to mix up like that.
Nice
pressure
little
on.
stagger pressure. Goes in for a throw.
Goes in for it again.
Yeah.
Got Shamisen locked down in the corner. Looking for one more opening. There it is. There's the KO.
Maybe a little 1AD action there. Not in the game
Yeah,
anymore.
making great use of those fireballs, including at
Yeah.
round start. Shamisen just standing their ground.
Yeah. Another dashing overhead. Nice little confirm. Doesn't quite get the full combo, but is able to continue pressure. All right.
Shamisen's pushed back into the corner on push block alone, it feels like.
Oh, that's a DP.
Let's get out.
Oh, Chicago punish though.
Oh, another throw. Keeping Jacob in the corner. Could be the start of the comeback.
All right.
Linne's got her own air projectile.
Nice little 2C from Shamisen to start this combo. Confirms into the IW. This won't quite kill, but you know,
But that will.
little air Kuga action, baby. Ooh, jumps over the
blow with-
TC.
Both players now making use of their air fireballs. Gets in.
Yeah. We actually haven't been seeing a lot of fireballs from Shamisen, and Kuga is very
Last round we
strong.
saw a few.
Yeah. Ooh, rolls through.
Call that adaptation.
The jazz hands, don't start it. Don't start
we're
it.
starting. Will it kill though? That's the question.
Will. Oh, this is Say Jam
We're
channel
doing this,
points.
We're doing our one joke. We have two jokes now. Excuse me.
Okay.
We're evolving.
Nice little dash C, gets the pressure, goes back in for the throw. Ooh, but
Ooh,
Jacob
good
deep is
reversal.
out.
Buys a little space. There's the
Gold throw. Ooh, tries to sidestep the projectile, but gets punished for it.
Ooh.
And Jacob will take the set 2-0, tying the rounds back up. And
Well
up,
done. Closing out the round. Very aggressive end.
Up next, we will see the conclusion with Dasani Man on Byakuya versus Jacob.
After that, we will get to see the rest of Jacob's team.
Yes. And
That's how it goes
of
sometimes.
Noelle's team. Both teams. We get to see both
Well,
of them.
we've seen them all now.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh,
Ground Star 2C
barely
counter
catches
hit.
their opponent on the tip of that attack.
Goes for throw tag, but gets punished for it. Dashing C, dashes through. This pressure is relentless.
But Yagyu is very much a character that has to set up these traps and then detonate them. Jacob's just not giving them an opportunity to do that.
He's also like a mid-range character, right? He wants to make
There's
a little
the grid break. Wow.
He wants to make a little space and press big buttons, and Jacob is just not giving him the space.
No, he just has gotten directly on top of their opponent. Whoa.
B air fireball.
Cross yourself up.
Into IW. Could be a lot of damage.
Healthy lead. Still, Dasani's got some meter.
Catches the jump out. Nice little 5B. Could be a nice big combo. Goes for the
There's
dashing
the overhead. The throw, that's
Yeah.
it. Just an impressive offense by Jacob.
So once again, how that works is if you recognize the startup of the dash, there's a timing. It's actually in the tutorial that teaches you how to fuzzy high-low. You can fuzzy it, but it is still definitely a strong tool.
Oh, Dasani now in the corner.
Alright.
Still, Jacob's combo carries them out of it.
Catches a green shield. Doesn't throw him for it, but gets a nice little conversion. Sends a fireball.
Good
CS,
throw.
but gets thrown for it. Oh, this should be it. Oh, I didn't wanted to save the meter.
Another round of just not giving Dasani an opportunity to get set up, an opportunity to use those big buttons, just getting close and not letting up.
All right. Ooh, big 2C counter hit. No confirm.
There's a projectile. Gonna get a little bit more plus frames off it. Good reversal. Carries Jacob into the corner.
We're not quite at the corner yet, but we're pretty close. Now we're there. All right.
And that spider's web's gonna make it pretty tough to get out.
Are we going to see the gay baby jail? Unfortunately, he has no meter for it. Ooh, 2B gets a counter hit, sets a web. Goes into the Rekka, CS's it, picks up for another Rekka. Spend the meter. Go through. Ooh!
Ooh,
Triple
lays
web
down a few
set.
traps. Dangerous position to be in now. There it is.
There it
There's
is.
the hit.
That is the infamous Byakuya gay baby jail.
That round was definitely what happens when you give Byakuya a little bit of space.
Yeah,
It just becomes very hard to get out.
Oh, with DP!
Punishes the reversal.
Oh, dashing P goes under. Nice increase to J2C. Nice dashing C. We're seeing a
Jacob
turnaround.
locked down in the corner.
Some might say we're seeing some adaptation.
Oh, yeah.
This is dirty.
Oh, there's the reversal. Going to get out of the corner, but in response,
That should do it, yeah.
there's the KO.
And they are now tied back up. Will we be able to see some adaptations from Jacob?
We have a raiding party in the stream from Jushichi. Welcome, everybody.
Ooh, nice little.
Yeah, Jax will fill you in the chat, but this is a new player league in a crew battle format. It's a pretty unique format where everybody contributes, so welcome, everybody.
Big grid break. Oh, doesn't quite get the confirm into the corner, but is able to side swap back around. Gets a 2A, gets a throw.
Good throw. I know we make the joke about adaptation, but honestly, we're seeing a lot of that back and forth where Dasani's looking for that space, but at the same time is not afraid to just go in like that. And Jacob is playing very close. When this works out, it works out really hard. We're seeing a lot of back and forth one-sided rounds.
Ooh, nice DP. In that second round, we might have seen Jacob playing a little more flippantly, but he seems to be tightening the ship back up.
Dasani locked in the corner, but still one good throw to reverse sides, and we've seen what Dasani can do in the corner.
Okay, air dive. All right.
Here it is.
1, 2, 3. Doesn't jump through.
Ooh, there it is. Great defense by Jacob. Ooh, punishes with the reversal well. Well done.
And CS is at the very end to gain a couple percent of meter. Ooh,
There's
6-6
the big button.
Yeah, it's Byakuya's counter zoning tool. It's how he gets around people trying to zone him out. Blocks the overhead. cancels through, but guesses wrong on the follow-up.
Got Dasani in the corner.
Nice little confirm. Knock down into tandem top at home.
Great Oki option for the reset. Gets the KO.
Yeah, it's kind of wild they gave Nanase that. And up next, we will see Dasani Man stay on.
I have been told to say she needs it.
She does.
Those were my instructions.
She does need it. We'll see Dasani Man stay on. We will see the departure of Jacob as we see Rosbrack, Carmine player. These two characters are paired together in Under Night 2's intro. And I like to say that they're paired together not for story reasons, but because when you play one of these two characters, the other person doesn't enjoy the game anymore.
Yeah, Carmine is very much in a similar vein, laying down these pools of blood and then detonating them later with other special moves to kind of, similar to Byakuya, has to set something up and then use it. So a lot of this matchup comes down to how they can set things up and how they can make their opponents get into bad positions.
Carmine is a much faster character. Byakuya is kind of a more mid-pace character. They're both pretty ruthless though. Nice little
Both players though jockeying for position. Rosbrack has the corner.
Goes for the
Making some big damage with it.
Yeah, they made Carmine do a lot of damage in this version of the game. Ooh, nice little dashing B from Dasani Man.
Oh, here's the setup. There's the webs.
And we missed the TK, but we jumped over him to make the web across out.
Oof. Needs it though, I'm sure.
Yeah, he does. He actually does.
There's those pools of blood. You gotta watch out for him. Oh, lock Dasani down.
Mark him
Gonna
down.
go for a little
Push
bit
him
of a
into the
setup.
pool. Ooh, dies for the wick. Oh. 660 jumps through. Gets a nice little anti-air from Rosbrack. No confirm. Into the super.
Rosbrack gonna be looking to get out of this. Doesn't want to be caught in those spider webs again.
And we have.
There's the setup, and there's the spider webs. Gonna jump over, try to get the cross up.
Alright. Oh, chain shift on it. Ooh! So that button, Byakuya 3C, it changed in this version of the game. Oh, great throw! So
Could be the comeback. Just enough, not quite enough to kill. Just needs one stray hit now. And there it is, punishes the reversal. So Carmine has to lose health to do some of these special attacks. It can't kill you though, right?
Nope. And when he's in 0 health, he's called EX Carmine. Because he can just...
Because Rosbrack had 0 health, not a pixel of health, 0.
Well, so notably in this game, one, you can't die to chip. So you can't get chipped out.
But like...
Yeah. Carmine,
I'm saying Rosbrack used the last of their health on that. So it's almost a more powerful state to be in.
Yeah.
Because you're not paying anything.
We're seeing
Ooh,
Rosbrack,
great option.
Yes,
Great call out.
We're seeing Rosbrack set these bombs, which is his increased 214A that he can hold and just release.
There's the spider web.
CS into the DP, but doesn't quite catch him.
So what you're saying is Carmine has to set the pools and then detonate them, as opposed to Byakuya, who sets these spider webs and then you hit them and they just detonate.
So how it works is that every special Carmine does, he sets a pool. And then when a pool is, when another special move is done, the pools will do a follow-up dedicated to that special move. Except for the move that you see when he punches the ground, that's him setting the bomb. That one's different. But
that's the one we saw earlier that popped out of the ground and hit, right?
Yeah, nice 6-6 from Dasani Man. But it's core to it's his core Oki tool. It's his core pressure tool. Those puddle follow-ups are kind of what defines him as a character.
Okay, but Byakuya sets these spider webs, and if you touch them, that's what triggers them, pretty much.
Yes. So if you get hit by them, you get snared.
Notably, it looked like if you get block pushed into them, that doesn't trigger them.
Yes. No. In the old game, they also
because that'd be silly.
In the old game,
Ooh,
they used to
there's the grid
steal.
break.
They used to steal grid on block. So if you,
This is a good change.
it was, yeah. His overhead also used to hit low if you didn't charge it.
Oh gosh.
All
Rosbrack
right.
has a commanding lead over the round. Ooh,
Yes.
great reversal. There's the command grab.
So notably, when Carmine throws you, he gains. Not only he gains health back, so he spends it to do special moves, but if he throws you, he gets it back.
Which
but-
makes sense for a character who's burning their own health
Yes.
to do special moves.
But also, when he's gaining health, he can't spend health in this game anymore. And there we go. That is the 3C charge overhead.
Oh, tosses back into the other spider web.
DP from
Reversals out of
Rosbrack.
it.
CS on wake up. Looking for a button. Doesn't quite
A
have
little
this-
air-to-air action. Dasani gets out of the corner, needs one more hit to do it. That chain shift at the very least will give Rosbrack some resource going into the next round. Ooh, they trade. Just
That will-
enough.
That will tie us up 1-1. Yeah. I didn't know that that Pinwheel stayed on block long enough to hit Byakuya doing that. Alright. Blocks the jump in. Sets the projectile.
Stray hit, but not much conversion off it. Driving Rosbrack into the corner.
Nice little stagger pressure.
Jumps out.
Jumps out. Chain shift to save the recovery landing. Alright. 2B.
Gives Dasani a ton of meter to work with, too.
Yeah. Ooh,
The player's
tries
looking to
catch it.
get in. Ooh, good option to get in, just a little bit late.
Confirm, gets supered for it. Goes for command grab, but gets jumped out and hit for it. And now Dasani Man is on set point.
Ooh, boy. A lot of back and forth this set.
Oh my!
Great spacing.
He hit 660. That's godlike. DP's out of the corner. Ooh.
Block that. Here's the punish. Big damage in, buys you a lot of space.
Goes for the jump routing. Doesn't quite get the full thing, but that's a...
Ooh, there's the command grab.
Oh, with that
Holy
charge
cow.
6C.
That pinwheel.
Plus 78 on block. Or something.
Ah, one of those moves, huh?
It's a... Hey, it's an orb.
You gotta do some work to set it up, so you know, it's fair. Driving Dasani into the corner. Dasani not getting the space needed to set up.
3B.
Ooh,
CS catches the jump.
Big
with the
call out.
anti-air.
there it is.
Yeah.
Rosbrack takes the set.
So that is that's a classic uni interaction. So Dasani Man was in the air. Rosbrack uses chain shift. Pauses the screen. Rosbrack sees that Dasani Man is in the air. His invincible reversal is air unblockable. So he can do DP there, and it will always hit Dasani Man because he's always jumping at it.
You always have the opportunity to react to it because of the chain shift. Interesting.
Yep.
Up next, we'll have Pepsicle and Noel.
I at least I think that move is air unblockable.
I could see it. It kind of makes sense for how it looks.
Everything but projectiles and air to airs are typically air unblockable. There are a few exceptions here and there. But up next we have another Byakuya match. This time with Pepsicle going up against Noel. Little hop up, icy J3B.
Noel got Pepsicle in the corner. We saw last week. Great position for Noel to be in. Pepsicle's got a few traps on the stage.
Yes.
Gets past him though.
Well, notably all webs that are anywhere on the screen will go away if Byakuya gets hit.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good to know. On block?
I'm not sure.
Names are switched.
second.
Yes. Click side swap. There we go. We got it.
I was too busy
Thank you.
explaining changes. All right. 236C carries to the corner. Rekka for the side swap. Gets the freeze. Pepsicle jumps out and puts himself back in the corner. Jumps back through.
Got Pepsicle in the corner. Pepsicle's got the corner back though. There's the throw.
Goes for the
That's all
Rekka,
you
but
need.
gets thrown for it. That will be the first game to Noel.
This is match 5 overall? Set 5?
Yes, this is round 5. Yo Noel, Fred Durst, Okizeme. Alright. Both players
Good
making
spacing
some
around
space.
each other. Ooh, there's
He
the
is a
love.
web.
Do a small combo. Great spacing by Noel on that.
Ball goes for the command grab, but gets pressed out for it. I see Rekka. Start this confirm. Goes for a reset instead of full damage.
So, do you want to try to explain what makes Landrekia unique? These ice things going on.
Sure, yeah.
The little
so,
ice icon underneath the victory.
So for people who play Strive, if you're familiar with how Kai's shock state works in the game, the ice state is very similar. It changes the properties of Landrekia's ice moves. Typically, if they hit you, there'll be more advantage on hit. They'll lead to bigger combos, and they might be more advantage on block. Landrekia's key tool is this Rekka that we're seeing, which is when he spins. He has a low version and a high version on charge that he can use for mix-ups.
Pepsicle not afraid to just send it in that situation.
Yes. And then on top of that, Landrekia has some pretty fierce set play tools. So he has the Snowflake that he can set down and it shoots a delayed projectile.
I saw the snowflake. So it comes out and then it shoots a projectile after a short period.
Yes. So basically, all right. So we will see Shamisen versus Rosbrack up next.
Yes, I was about to say that.
So basically,
So it's kind of like Shock State. It puts you more plus on block. It
Yeah.
lets some of your moves even freeze, which we've seen Noel do a few times in the corner. Just take huge advantage of that.
But it goes away on block if Landrekia blocks or gets hit. And there's some other stuff, but it's like if he gets you to block like his fireball, the ice projectile, it'll just like shock state, just like stun edge, it'll put you into the ice state on block.
Gotcha. Up next we got Shamisen and Rosbrack. In this matchup, it really feels to me like Shamisen wants to get in a lot closer, but Rosbrack has been making great use of that big pinwheel, keeping Shamisen out.
Sets the pinwheel on the throw. Carmine's throw is kind of notable. It gives him a lot of frame advantage for him to either set a bomb or set a pinwheel.
Ooh, chain shift.
BBB.
And there's the gold grab.
So that is getting thrown when you're in block stun.
Yeah, my understanding is, because in most fighting games, when you're blocking something, you can't be thrown. You're safe. It's why sometimes when I'm playing Street Fighter, I'll hit my opponent and go for the throw, and whoops, I just whiff. But in Under Night, you can grab an opponent while they're blocking.
Yes.
But to prevent that from being some utter nonsense, you have a much larger window to protect the throw.
Yeah, so in both senses that the actual throw tech window in this game is a little larger, it's 15 frames, and when you get gold thrown it becomes a 30 frame, unless you're fighting Wolf. But we just saw Rosbrack in that ending sequence, to bring it back to the match, set 2 bombs. So he set a bomb, pushed it back with his force function, and then set another bomb to push Shamisen into the first bomb, pop that, do some more pressure, and then go to the second one.
Nasty.
And we're seeing a lot
Shamisen
of this.
gets an aggressive start this round, but Rosbrack pushing back, driving Shamisen into the corner. There's that pinwheel.
We're seeing a lot of this Increase 6C is Carmine's overhead, but you have to react to him charging it up and block high.
Rustbrack's doing something smart here.
Yep.
During that combo, using the opportunity to concentrate, I think is the word for it.
Yeah, so
Gets you a little more grid.
yeah, it also it critically off of 22C, off of the big blood
Ooh,
pillar.
there's the command throw.
You use it to auto time meaty pinwheel. So you get a little grid, and then you jump up and do pinwheel.
Gotcha. So you don't have to like manually feel how long it will be. It's when the
Yeah.
concentration ends, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's still a little bit of a vibe check, but it's like significantly easier. Blocks the overhead, but doesn't block the low afterwards.
Shamison in a combo in the corner,
Oh.
goes for the veil off.
Yes, so doesn't quite have the meter to IW normally, which is the 200 meter super. So puts the pillar up, walks back, VOs to not knock them out of the pillar, and then do IW, which is the 200 meter super. And up now we're
next we've
seeing
got
your favorite.
Shamison? No. Oh no! It's
Yeah.
Pepsicle and Dasani, man. That's a lot of spiders.
I forgot to go to splits. I know.
Yeah.
I was once again
Explaining things.
explaining some week 1 stuff.
Yeah. What I like about these leagues is because everybody's kind of learning the game together. We
Yeah.
get time to explain, this is the mechanic, this is how this works.
Yes.
And then we get to look for it and see it over and over again as the league progresses.
And Under Night is a very knowledge heavy game.
Oh, yeah.
Nice mash out from Dasani, man. Goes in for
We
the
get
slide.
side switch.
All right.
Dasani gets the side switch as well.
Doesn't
Gets the corner
quite-
back.
Doesn't quite do the classic confirm, but gets
Here's the webs. We'll see if Dasani can get out.
pressed
Does.
out. Pepsicle got out. Dasani
Pepsicle got out. Pepsicle.
Yeah.
Look, I've told you I don't like commentating mirror matches is hard.
Yeah. We're just VOing around start, baby. Dasani man going in, catches him. Maybe goes into VO here? No, chooses for the Oki.
A lot of spider webs out. Gets the hit, carries into the combo.
Yeah. Now,
And a reset.
unfortunately, not unfortunately, but when you're playing Byakuya, you have to learn a specific combo for this situation if you crack someone open into a web, because you can only snare them in the web once per combo.
Oh, that makes sense. You can put down 3 webs, but you couldn't juggle
Yeah.
them from one to the next.
And so if they get popped into a web, you have to know how to route into a route that doesn't need another snare.
Good question from chat. What's the move to get out of there once all the webs are down? Because it sure seems to me like the Byakuya player has a few different options. Because we've seen it cross up, we've seen it more direct.
So
It's kinda you have to call them out.
yeah, it's actually it's a funny thing. When people pick up this game, they think that the webs are going to be the most hard to deal with Oki setups, and they're actually, of the set play options in the game, the most interactive, because what Byakuya is really doing is he's strike throwing you and he has some slow overheads. But it's very stable and very safe for him. So typically, if you're dealing with a web
Use
setup,
the web right there.
yeah. If you're dealing with the web setup, what you want to do is just like block low, react for a dash in throw by doing a delay tag, and then just like kind of block it out.
Yeah, you mashing out seems scary.
It's very bad. It's incredibly bad. If the Byakuya player is not dash blocking in before their button, you can DP out, but it is usually a very, very bad idea.
It is the Byakuya's turn, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's set play. CS is it? Doesn't spend the meter. Ooh, doesn't tech out. Alright. CS. Dash back in.
Pepsicle looking for something. Trying to make something happen here. Ooh, they trade. Doesn't have any health to work with.
Alright.
Up next, we've got Ross Brack versus Noel.
And I think this is the penultimate match.
Let me pull up my match list.
And
yes,
just so people know, we are currently tied up, nice and even.
Yes, it is 8-8. So these last two sets will decide it. Now, to be clear, because there are 2 matches left, we can tie. What happens in a tie?
They just tie.
They just tie. Later on, as we move on into after we do this league phase, we'll move on to the bracket phase, where it's a single elimination tournament between the 8 teams. If they tie there, sets are what determines who wins.
Yes.
But otherwise, at this phase in the league, you just tie.
All right, we're now seeing the 2 captains, Ross Brack versus Noel. All right, we gotta
trying to feel each other out, trying to get in.
We got a puddle, nice little single hit Rekka. Goes back.
Solid defense into the command throw.
Because the throw blocks the overhead. You're gonna see what happens in a matchup where people who can intuit when the overhead happens.
Great spacing there by Ross Brack, backing up and getting back in.
Throw,
what I find really interesting is that when you have your opponent locked down and they're in block stun for so long, they're getting grid the whole time.
Yeah. And if they press the shield button, they get even more.
So it's a situation where you're just blocking the whole time, but if you get out, you're going to get extra damage on the Vorpal stage.
Yes. And importantly, since it hasn't been mentioned, not only does shield build you grid, but importantly, especially if you're out of Vorpal, it steals grid from the opponent. It's very, very powerful.
Yeah. It's very much a tug-of-war meter. Yeah. Gaining grid versus taking it away from the opponent. Sometimes they're fairly interchangeable. There's the gold throw. Great pressure. Using the pinwheel to keep it up.
Ooh! Goes in for a 5B of her own, but gets jumped over. CS's blocks the DP.
Throwing some projectiles, but Landrekia has more.
Sure does have the ice cream.
It's such a cool projectile. It's a good answer to your opponent zoning you out.
And he says ice cream. Ooh, bravely presses out. Jumps over the 5B again. Gets the
getting a lot of space. Pops all the puddles.
Yeah, sets pinwheel. So we saw in that interaction, Ross Brack had a puddle on each side, and he set the pinwheel so the puddles both shot a projectile at Noel to lock her into block stun. Alright.
Ross Brack not afraid to just play the projectile war. Costing a little bit of HP to throw each one of these, but got plenty to work with still early in the round.
Oh, working her way back out to mid-screen. Oh,
there's the reversal command throw. The EX command throw.
Yes.
It's a C. You press C. Is there a term for that?
It's actually you press B plus C. It's a move that's only super. He has no standard command grab.
Yeah, I thought that was the C version of it. Gotcha.
No. So he has the one that you see as a block string. It's 5 BBB. Locks him down for plus friends.
Oh, very close round all of a sudden.
We are
Noel's got Ross Brack in the corner. Ross Brack looking for the opening. Not quite enough to get the KO.
Yeah. Maybe reacts to the increased Rekka, assuming it's going to be high, but can still increase it low.
Noel takes the first game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very solid player.
Oh, yeah. I think one of the stronger currently in the league. Everything about who's the strongest players is so subject to change. And winning this league really comes down to how much you can improve, not so much who's best at the game at the start.
And that's why I will win the league.
Great jump in there.
Uses the force
Gets
function.
past
Force function.
Landrekia's offense.
The fireball.
Very close round all of a sudden.
Ooh, into the reset!
You can change directions with that.
Yes. So, increased B Rekka will go through, and it is hard-coded in a game with lots of cross-up protection. It just beat cross-up protection.
Wow.
So
And
you
at the
do-
very end of that round, we saw Noel chain shift to get a ton of meter. Just had a ton of grid to work with right before the round ended.
For round start ice cream. Locks into the plus frames. Ooh, goes for,
Locks it.
goes for reversal 2-2C is an interesting option. Ooh, drops the confirm. But we are locked down. This
Not
would
quite
be
enough. There it
it.
is.
No.
Has the resource to end it. A dominant round.
Under Night 2, unlike Under Night 1, this is a killing game. This is a French bread game where people they just die. They just die.
For our final set, we have
Shamisen.
Pepsicle and Shamisen. The Shamisen needs Pepsicle. Right? Pepsicle needs to win this 2-0 to tie it up for their team.
Yeah, Pepsicle needs the win.
Pepsicle. The text is very tiny because I have the stream open on the side. After this, stay tuned because we'll have another match. We'll have another two teams whose names I don't have yet.
We have Unlimited Neutral Works versus Natural Born Chillers.
And that will be at 7:30, so stay tuned for that.
All right. Nice little 2C. Confirm. We're going to carry almost all the way to the corner. Jump back EX Kuga. Ooh, whips the DP!
Punish that.
Ooh, AB.
Get some space. It's a stray low, but no big conversion.
All right. 2B2C doesn't quite confirm.
Pepsicle's got a life deficit, but this corner is deadly with Byakuya.
So Byakuya has a very interesting throw. In that he can choose, even after he's thrown you, what side he's going to throw you to.
Oh, and just because of the way the animation works, huh?
Yeah, so it's
Ooh,
long
good cross up.
Yeah, so he can it's so he can throw you into webs.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
All right.
Jameson
Ian
mashes out of the corner and closes it out.
takes the
Pepsicle
first-
almost had that turned around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much of this matchup comes down to the distance and whether or not you can get set up with those spider webs.
Well, this is a classic one where like Byakuya has a range that he wants to be at, and it's outside of Linnea's effective range, but he doesn't have great tools to deal with her pressure when she's in. Nice confirm from Shamisen into the Helmbreaker.
It up. Shamisen does have the life lead, but once again, Pepsicle's starting to get that stage position. Plus grid. Vorpal's up. Ooh, there's the cage.
Sets it mid-screen. Kind of interesting decision.
Yeah, not quite as deadly. Don't have as much time to get the whole setup. Don't have time to throw down 3 spider webs.
Yeah, there is a mid-screen setup, but it's a kind of typically reserved for a like death per game situation. That
Saw an
is
opening and took it.
the first round of Shamisen, meaning that Fred Durst Okizeme will be winning their first KSL match.
Even so, Pepsicle can score a few, up to 2 points for their team. Every point matters because that's what we see with at the end.
Yep. Ooh, sets it, jumps over. Nice little 3C to try and catch a jump.
Exchanging a few stray blows.
I am liking. Obviously, we need to learn some confirms. But Pepsicle has a pretty good hold on where key buttons like 2B and 2C hit.
Yeah, and we're also seeing Pepsicle use these spider webs to kind of
Yeah.
control the space above Shamisen
Yeah.
and kind of dare Shamisen, hey, jump in. I have a spider web somewhere.
Yes.
Good luck finding it.
Oh my god.
Good throw, but Pepsicle gets some space, backs out of the corner. Ooh!
Tries to go
Checks
for a
the
command
super.
grab.
And there it is. Shamisen now on set point.
I always love Linnea's little dragon buddy that just chills.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's just cool.
Yeah.
It's just there. Also seeing Pepsicle lay down these traps just like that and use them to cross up by
Yeah.
jumping over.
Yeah, so he has a Rekka, and during his Rekka, he can, instead of doing the next hit of his Rekka, set a web. And then when he sets a web, he can choose to either jump to the web or not jump to the web.
So you could put one down, then use it to cover some distance, or just put one down so it's there for later. There's the overhead. Clean, perfect for Pepsicle.
And that interaction is why the Akio command grab is not a command grab, because there are situations that you can't technically shield it, even though it's an unblockable. Nice
Big damage,
IW.
but cashing out a lot of resource for it.
Yeah. I'd have to go back and look at the VOD to see if that was AB into IW. Nice confirmed. Ooh, text the throw.
Reversal. So text the throw, yeah. There's that spider web kind of limiting Shamison's options. But you get one hit and all the spider webs are gone and the space opens up a lot more.
Throws up fireball.
Ooh. Well done by Shamison, running up, blocking the spider web as soon as it triggers, just to get rid of it. And with that, Shamison takes the set. So our final score is 11 to 9?
Yes, 11. No, it's 8 to 12.
8 to 12. There it is.
Oh, wait, wait, no. It is 11 to 9. I needed to give Pepsi flowers.
Yeah, 12 to 9. Well, while you're closing that out, stay tuned because at 7:30 we have another match up. And check out the Matcherino if you haven't. It's free. You can click on some things and put some money into the prize pool. That is the entire prize pool because it's just a thing we do for fun for the most part.
Yep. And as always, we are now Super Salem Fighters.
Yes.
We run events every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, at the Ike Box in Salem. Currently, during this Kickstart League, we are running Undernight alternating on Saturdays and Sundays. So up next week, I believe Undernight will be on the Saturday. The first Saturday of every month, the first Sunday of every month, we run a monthly event called Salem Showdown, where we run kind of higher profile tournaments for main games that may not always be showing up every week. So games like Guilty Gear Strive, even though it shows up every week, Street Fighter 6, now Undernight Inbirth 2, the King of Fighters 15, Persona 4 Arena, games like that. We run kind of bigger, higher profile tournaments, bigger prize pool, by a bigger pay-in. Yeah, so you come down, support your local. If you're here in about a half an hour,
join the Discord, come on down, play some games with us.
Yes. And we will be back in about a half an hour.
See you then.